Hello and welcome to the MLA Setup YouTube video. This video is meant to be the equivalent of this MLA Setup handout. So I'm going to be going through these steps on a Google document so you can watch them happen. So feel free to pause this video as I go along and make these steps happen in your own Google document. So we will start with number one, which is the font. So go to the font box, and instead of Arial, you'll pick Times New Roman. You can scroll through and find it in the T section. And then you want size of 12. You're dealing with the first step. Second step is for line spacing. You go to this box here, and you'll click it, and you'll have a drop-down menu, and you'll want the double spacing. Once you do that, you're done with number two. The third step is your right-hand header. You'll go to the Insert menu, and then you'll go to Page Number. And when you hover over Page Number, you'll get these picture options. The first option is the one you want. One with the 1 and the 2 in the corner, because we want our page number to change as we go to future pages. We click that, we get this number that will change. We want to put our cursor in front of that number. And make sure you move it to in front of it, and then you will hit the Enter key twice. So I'm hitting Enter once, and then I'm hitting it twice. That should move the number down. Your cursor should still be in front, and that's where you will type your last name. We're going to use the Harry Potter example as is on the worksheet. And then the last step here is to make sure you have one space in between your last name and the number. If you've done the font beforehand, your font should still be in Times and 12. Everything should look like this. And then we will click outside of the header, past this line, to go back to the body of our essay. And then we can do the left-hand header. So that's where you have four things. You have first your student's name. And you can enter, and you should have double spacing already on. Then you'll have your teacher's name. Then you can enter. And then you'll have your class name. And then the last thing is the date. And the date is a little tricky because you want it to be in the format of day, month, year. So it should look like day, the month, completely spelled out, in the year. Okay. And then there's no punctuation in the middle, and you will hit the Enter key there. So you should have those four things. That's your student name, your teacher name, the class name, and the date in the day, month, year format. And then you will go to the middle of the page, so you go to the Align Center button to put in your title. A lot of students waste a lot of time trying to think of a creative title, so if you can't think of anything for now, just put the word title, or when you come back to it to change it from title, don't forget to come back. You can come up with something a little bit more creative. And then you'll hit Enter. You'll still be centered, so you need to go back to the left-hand alignment, and then hit Tab once. And that's the first paragraph of your essay. Every paragraph of your essay should have that one tab in at the half-inch space. And there should be no lines between paragraphs when you get to the end of a paragraph. So this is what your essay should look like. And if you have no Works Cited page, then you will be done. So you can stop the video and you can start typing. But if you have a Works Cited page, please pay attention to this part. This is step number 5 on your handout. So if you go to the very bottom, you'll see this section. Only if it requires a Works Cited page do you need to do this step. So let's walk you through step number 5. You're going to hold down the Control key and hit the Enter key. Control, I'm holding Control, I'm going to hit Enter. That gives us a brand new page. Most people would just go Enter, 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 Enter. But if you do that, then you will eventually start typing again up here, and you'll have all this space in here that will keep pushing down, and you won't be on the first line of your essay. So if you hit Control Enter, you will automatically have a fresh, clean page, and you'll be at the top of that page. We need a title for this Works Cited page, so we're going to go to the center again. We're going to type Works Cited. Works Cited, there's no formatting, nothing. And it's going to be in the middle of the page. We hit Enter, and we go back to the left line. This is the toughest part of your MLA formatting, so pay close attention here to what's called a hanging indent. All of your entries need to start on the first line, and then they need to be indented down on the second line. So we will click and hold on the blue triangle. So right there it says it's the left indent. You click and hold on the blue triangle in the ruler, and then you will drag it over to the half-inch mark. Now, in order to get a hanging indent, that means that all the paragraphs will be indented a half-inch. In order to get a hanging indent where the first line is not indented, you need to take this first line indent, which is the rectangle, take the blue rectangle and click and drag just like we did, and go back to where we started. And then that format there, where the rectangle is where we started and the triangle is out there, the half-inch mark, halfway between the gray and the 1, that will set up the correct hanging indent. So now all of your entries will automatically format the way you want them to. You'll type them in, your last name and first name of your source, and as you type them in, you'll see that they will go all the way to the end of the line, and then they will indent automatically on that second line. And when we start our next entry, it will start on the first line again. So that's all you do to set up a Works Cited page. And as you enter your sources, make sure that they're sorted by alphabetical order on the first thing here, oftentimes the author's last name, and make sure that they're sorted. They don't have any extra spaces in between them, and you will have a correctly formatted MLA Works Cited page. I hope this helped you, and if you did, please share it with your friends and your students. And thank you for listening. Hopefully you quickly and easily learned MLA format through this.